Well, good morning. I thought the mic was on, but I was trying something new and I thought I had turned it on, but I hadn't. So I'm walking and talking like a nut, and you're not understanding what I'm saying. But I'm going to speed this up because then when I found out it wasn't on, I turned it on and began to spew more. So hold on. Okay, I've been walking and talking, and for some reason the mic wasn't on. I don't know what I didn't do. But what I was asked about the discoloration in my skin, the white spots, the polka dots. I have vitiligo, and when I was younger, I used to have the lighter spots on my face, and my great grandmother mixed this concoction together and rubbed it all over my face and made me sit at her house for a little while, and then she washed my face off and told me to go. And the spots on my face, well, they darkened up. So I was cool, but I knew that stuff stank that she put on my face. But as I'm this age now, I wish I would have had her write it down. Could you imagine what I could do with that recipe of all those herbs and things she put together and rubbed on my face? But now, since I moved to Houston, it started spreading like crazy. I only had like a spot, a circle on my leg, in the front of my leg, right next to my ankle, and I had another one on my thigh. But that was it. I moved to Houston. It went pew. So now about 90% of my body is either polka dotted or white. My legs, when you see me, my legs look like they're white. They're skinny as I'll get out, but they're white. My brother says my legs look like drumsticks, like a chicken drumstick. Yeah, that's my younger brother. He always had something to say. Now, my kids didn't know that my polka dots were an issue until one of my daughter's teachers in elementary school, I'm not sure it was the first grade or the third grade, but she asked them how long had I had vitiligo, and my daughter didn't know what that was. And she said, "Are you saying there's something wrong with my mama?" And she said, "No, the white spots. How long has she had the white spots?" And my daughter told her, "There's nothing wrong with my mother. My mama's had that all my life. Ain't nothing wrong with my mama." So when my daughter got home, of course, she asked me. And I explained to her what it was. And I remember being here as an adult. And when I noticed that it was in my hair, I went to a dermatologist. And he documented that I had vitiligo and that they what they wanted to do, they wanted to give me this cream that was oily, kind of like Vaseline, and they wanted me to smear it on my body and lay out in the sun for 5 minutes. One, I burn so easy. Two, I'm not a piece of bacon. I'm not gonna lay out in this Texas heat and fry. That's retarded. Now, if the stuff was a cream, like lotion, I may have considered it, but it was greasy like Vaseline. That would be a no. But a lot of people will stare at you when you have these spots or the big sections of white that some of us get. The reason why I'm polka dotted is because the doctor says that my pigment is fighting the vitiligo. And that's why I'm polka dotted. Otherwise, I would have big, huge patches of white, no color. But when it's in my hair now, well, in my scalp. So my scalp, and my hair is coming out in those areas. Not only do I have a vitiligo, I have alopecia. So your girl is wrestling with two issues. And it's had me a little bothered about my hair. And, most women, especially women of color, we we like the hair. You know? The hair is supposed to be your crown. And if your crown is falling out, then something ain't right. Well, I remember when I went to the doctor, he told me that one of my parents had to have vitiligo in order for me to have vitiligo. So, me being, what was I, in my 40s, 30s, late 30s, early 40s, I went to my parents and I said, okay, Mama, who is my daddy? And they both looked at me stupid. Like, girl, what are you talking about? And I told them what the doctor said. And then my daddy said, you remember Aunt Lottie? And I'm like, yeah. You remember Aunt Sis? And I'm like, yeah. And he mentioned his other aunt's name, and I cannot remember her name. You remember them? And I said, yeah. He said, the aunt that I cannot remember and Aunt Sis, they both had vitiligo. And they were completely pale of color. And I was like, no, not Aunt Sis. The older sister had vitiligo. And she turned pale. The other two sisters were already light bright. So he said I got it from my grandmother's, his mama side of the family. And I do remember seeing my great aunt. She had the big patches of pale. I remember seeing her fingers, had the blotches of darker color on her hands, fingers. When I was a little bitty girl, I remember that. So it did run in my family, but my kids, they didn't get it. My kids didn't get it. So that's a blessing in itself, because vitiligo brings a lot of health issues. As I've been learning, it can be the point where it makes your teeth fall out, makes your hair fall out. It can make you go blind. So it does have its issues. You just have to be aware of your health. And I started wearing glasses when I turned, I hate going under this tree. I can't remember. I've been wearing glasses now for maybe 5 years, maybe. Never wore glasses before. I actually started wearing glasses when I became a diabetic. That's when I started wearing glasses. Because my sugar jumped so high that my vision got blurry. Well, I was cleaning my house one day and going to the music, and I was actually taking this diet drink to tea. What is it? It was this tea. I can't think of the name of it right. Fit tea. I was drinking fit tea, and my doctor told me I should have brought it to her, talked to her before I started taking it. I was drinking that, and one day cleaning, my sugar jumped to 550. So that's one reason. But guys, I'm gonna pause, good and close to the fence with the big dog. I'll pick you back up. Okay, I am officially a half a block from where I had made it to before my mom passed. So I'm really proud of me. The other walk, I was like a block and a half. Now I'm a half a block. I think I could have did it today, but I didn't want to push it and end up not being able to make it back home. But here lately, when I've been walking, by the time I make it home and I get in, because I picked up my speed, my legs are weak like jello, and the bottom of my stomach is sore, which is all a good thing because it let me know what I'm doing is starting to work. Now, if you're like me, I'm an overthinker. Let me hear up across here. I'm an overthinker. I think most of us Virgos are overthinkers. And my mind is always going. I always want to create something. Like I did a new video. Well, I created a new promo for my YouTube Tips and More channel. And it's talking about my show on Sundays. Now, on my YouTube Tips and More channel, I give people information on stuff on YouTube, help them learn something new, tell them something new that I found out. Whenever I learn something, I share it. And my last promo, it was better than the one before, but this one, I'm liking it. And I really need y'all to go over to Creatively Miss Me, YouTube Tips and More, and look for the sneak peek section on my page and look at the new video, letting you know who my guest is going to be on my show coming up Sunday. Tell me what you think of that promo. I really value you guys' opinion. because the promo for this channel, I think it's really good. I'm pleased with it. But the one for decorating on the budget, I've been looking at it. I need to do some poofing. You know, when God gives you an idea, you're supposed to get on it, write it down. And if you're at the computer, start fiddling with it. If you're not at home, you write it down or you record yourself saying what you need to change or what you need to do. And with me being an overthinker, sometimes he has to really crowd my mind. He does. Because my mind be on 80 different things. If you're a Virgo and your mind is always going, let me know down below. My mind is always going on what I can do, what I can improve, what should I have done that didn't look right, what did people think of that, did my audience like that? My mind is always going. And I wonder if other Virgos, how do you put a handle on that? My husband tells me that's why sometimes I have a hard time sleeping. It's because my mind is still rolling. He always tells me to shut my mind off and go to sleep. So in my prayer closet, this prayer came across my screen on Instagram. And it was a prayer to ease your mind, get you to relax and go to sleep. Now, I was using that because I hadn't slept like in 2 days, 3 days. My mind would not shut down so I could sleep. So I used that prayer that I found and it helped me sleep. So, because I have bouts of insomnia, and I know that's all from menopause. So, what I did is on my prayer closet, and when I get home, I'm going to show you my prayer wall. And I'm going to show you that scripture, that prayer, rather, to help you ease your mind and get some sleep. You know, sometimes when you ask God for help with things, He don't quite give them to you like you want Him to give it to you. Like I asked for peace. He don't give you peace. He give you things to help other people have peace. I asked Him for understanding in my marriage. He don't give it to you like you want it. He give you scenarios that happen in your marriage that you need to learn from so you can get your own understanding from it. Everything is a lesson. Me, I just want Him to give me peace. Clip, peace. But peace ain't what I got. Going through so much with my husband's health gives you a little patience sometimes. Kind of frustrates you. And now with my father with prostate cancer, a little more frustration. But there's understanding. Well, I'm walking by some lawnmowers, so I will catch you when I get home. Okay, I am home and tired, and it's hot. I'm gonna drink me some water, cool down, and get ready for my activities for the day. So, thank you for being with me today, and I will see you in the next. Bye-bye. If you want to see more, click on the videos listed below, and you be blessed.